Welcome, Earthlings! From the minds of Dylan Oltoft and Rob McNair, we bring you Laughing on a Prayer!
Dylan, can I start the podcast?
Alright then, roll for initiative.
Oh, it's a 1.
Right then, sorry, but you've now had your cock chopped off as you fell over and your sword unsheathed itself.
Oh, so like, what damage is that?
Okay, we'll do this. This will be a saving throw. Oh, you're dead.
Oh.
Yeah, that took all 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Game's over.
Damn it. I knew my character shouldn't have fought naked.
Damn it, we're only 3 minutes into this campaign. Hello there, everybody. You open it.
Sup, guy? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, but I rolled initiative. Alright, I'm going to start doing it because I've got a good DM. I don't even know how to start this.
Tell them what they're listening to. What's it called?
Hello there, everybody.
Fuck you.
And welcome to Laughing on a Prayer.
Do I
My
sound
name...
like that?
What? No. I was trying to do an exuberant voice.
I thought you were doing an impression of me.
No, I'm doing an NPC, alright? That's my NPC voice.
Well, like the guy from Jumanji.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Welcome to Laughing on a Prayer. My name is Roblin the Goblin. And this is Dylan the Villain.
I'm chaotic neutral.
Yes. Yeah. With a name like Dylan the Villain, how could you not be neutral?
No, wait, no, it's not chaotic neutral. Chaotic lawful? Like, hang on, what is it? Alignment.
Chaotic lawful is not a thing.
No.
Yeah, it's like chaotic evil, chaotic good.
That's it, like, I'm chaotic good. If your cat is stuck in a tree, I will shoot it out of the tree. Now it's out of the tree. That's chaotic good, isn't it? I have the best
mean.
Yeah, I have the best intentions, but the most evil, like the worst methods.
I feel like it's chaotic idiocy.
That is the best band name ever.
Chaotic idiocy.
Come on.
Yeah, let's make a metal band out of that.
You know what? I might take up an instrument just so I can. That is such a good band name.
So I can name a band chaotic idiocy.
I'm going to learn an instrument just for that. Shit, I'm now thinking that's what we should have named this podcast. Chaotic idiocy.
Yeah, let's name it that. Chaotic idiocy.
We're rebranding. Hello there, and welcome to Chaotic Idiocy. My name is Ellen.
Oh, I thought you meant just like this podcast, not like the whole show. Because I don't want to go through 64 episodes changing chaotic idiocy. And also, we've introduced ourselves as Laughing on a Prayer. Like,
yeah, I can't be asked to make a whole new poster, to be honest. If we ever do a spin-off podcast, if that's even a thing, we'll do it then. Me and Rob are doing our episode today based around one of our most amazing and favourite hobbies that we've mentioned in our hobbies episode. Pause the video, go watch that one and come back. Yeah. Welcome back. We are doing D&D. Rob, what does that stand for?
Well, originally, it stands for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I thought it was Dicks and Dykes.
Well, I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore.
What, dicks?
No,
bloody feminists are rampant nowadays.
I think it is just like a homophobic slur for a lesbian. Anyway,
what is?
Well, it's generally a wall. It's a wall or an embankment that is supposed to stop flooding from the sea.
I only said that because of the actor Dick Van Dyke.
Oh yeah, actually.
I actually wasn't even thinking about the slur. I forgot that's what they're called.
It's also D&D, as in like David Benioff and Dan Weiss that ruined Game of Thrones. But that is a story for another day. Yeah, we are talking about one of our favourite hobbies, but a hobby that we don't actually really get to do a lot. But with that being said, we have made
time crunch.
Many memories from playing this game, a TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game, as some people would call it.
We've even lost some friends along the way when we've been playing this.
Well, But they weren't really friends. They were bad. they were bad. They were bad people. Like out of game, they were bad people.
Well, to be honest, they were pretty shit characters in game as well. Oh, I'm taking a very high fucking stance there with how I play.
Yes, but you're not like a bad person out of game. Your character's like a bit. We will get into it anyway.
My character's your standard GTA player.
Except he's the standard GTA player that doesn't, like, every now and then turn on the game and, like, try and just obey the road laws.
But also dickless, apparently. We are talking about Dungeons and Dragons. We have many, lots of experiences, as Rob has said. How do we start this? Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, hang on. For those who aren't familiar with the game, Dungeons and Dragons is, as Rob said, it's a tabletop action RPG game involved creating your own unique, fantastical characters of many different races, classes, and alignments.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, if you watch Stranger Things, yeah, that's the game that they play. Loads of the amount of people
they play D&D in Stranger Things.
Yeah, they play D&D.
I need to watch that series.
Oh, you do. It's really good. That's the opening scene is them playing D&D.
Are they playing it well?
Better than we do.
I have a lot of interesting things to say about DMs, but yeah. So those of you who don't know, you pick your, for example, if you were playing a D&D game, how it would work is you would first pick your character. You get what's called a character sheet. You pick your name, you pick your race. There's human, dwarf, elf, and
there's so many.
Ginger.
There's so many.
There's so many races. We won't go through it all. Fucking hell. This isn't a fucking tutorial how-to. You pick a character. You decide what their name is, what they're like, what sort of things they want to hold in their hands to kill, and your person in your group. Usually, what's the minimum you say a group should be? 4?
I don't know. I mean,
you want at least like maybe a DM is at least
3.
1, and you want another 3 characters at least. So
I mean, the one that I'm doing with you guys is 3.
I have spoken to some people that have just done one-on-one sort of like Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. Like they just have a DM and just like another person, and the DM just guides them through their quest. It's not. I imagine that's probably not as engaging because one of the fun parts about D&D is group banter, and when your group starts to properly roleplay, that's when you are acting unintentionally as your character, reacting off each other and situations. That's when it really gets fun.
And like teamwork as well. Like I think having a group is definitely. I mean, I've never done like a one-on-one, but I think like having a group is probably the way to go. But then again, you don't want like a group that's too big. So I think like the one that I'm doing, where it's just like I'm the DM and it's you, your partner, and my partner. It's 3. I think that's like the perfect size for me because first of all, I'm not
giggity
a huge. I'm not a huge giggity, because like it's easy to keep track of, and
I feel bad for a DM that had like a group of 10 people.
Yeah, some people can do that though.
You get like veteran DMs that are so good at being God. Like, they can easily handle... And what I love are DMs that are so experts at handling players like me that act like absolute dipshits and stuff like that. Not people that are purposely trying to ruin the game, but sort of people that think they can just sort of be absolute fucking
I mean,
dipshits.
To be fair, I think, like for me, like, because, you know, as people might know, like, the acting kind of background and stuff, like, improvisation is something that's quite good to be a DM, and generally, I mean, as you know, like through our games, is that I generally don't say like, no, you can't do this. I kind of let you guys kind of do what you want.
Well, that's usually the mark of a good DM. They often say a bad DM is one that pigeonholes their players and leads them down a path. Because obviously DMs, as you know,
it's called railroading.
DM stands for Dungeon Master. That is the person who leads the whole campaign they're guiding the group through.
Doesn't stand for Dick Muncher. I have been misinformed.
Basically, a Dungeon Master acts as God. You're meant to give your players...
a storyteller, I guess.
Yeah, storyteller acting God, but they're supposedly meant to give the players autonomy, free will. They can make their decisions. There is stories.
There's the setup.
There are stories. There is a campaign planned, and fair play to all DMs out there that spend so much time planning out campaigns that sometimes, to be honest, players go nowhere near. Sometimes
which is why I don't plan out long campaigns, because I know you guys like.
I've seen stories on comment sections on D&D videos, and I love reading them because you get DMs that tell stories about the campaigns, and sometimes they've had entire sessions where like players have just stayed in the starting area. They've stayed in like the opening tavern. The DM has like described a mysterious character in a corner that no one interacts with, and they decide to go into the kitchen. They fill out a job application, and they just have fun.
And
I love that personally.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're having fun, like I think that's like that's the point though. Like even if you are having fun, like just talking to some random dude that I don't know, maybe it's like a fisherman or something. Like if you're having fun doing it, then fuck it, like go.
Yeah, like, you probably get some DMs out there that are very narcissistic. As like, no, you're gonna follow my epic adventure as much as I like, and if your players aren't really role-playing, if they're just fucking like Monopoly, if you're forcing them to just go from square to square to square, then what real experience is anyone having?
You might as well write a book.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Dylan has written a book. It's on Kindle, it's on softcover, and also hardback as well.
Do you refer to paperback as softcover? I've never heard that before. Softcover?
I'll be honest, I just forgot the phrase.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a term or somewhere.
No, I just forgot the phrase.
In the village, they're all called soft covers.
Yeah, because you all sell soft covers around here.
Every one of them mums is a soft cover in our house.
But it is in paperback and hardback, and it's on Amazon.
Yes, go buy now.
I think it's only what, $7.99?
For the paperback, yeah.
Yeah, for the paperback, $7.99, $9.99 for the hardback.
Yes. Anyway, let's go back to them. I'm going to
shameless plug over.
I'm going to quickly share a story to sort of like tie a ribbon over the DM discussion. I was watching this video, a comedian called Pete Holmes, and he has a sketch about Dungeons and Dragons where he's one person. There's a DM and two other guys. They're doing a D&D session, and as it happens, the DM sets up a generic tavern, says there's a mysterious guy and all that sort of thing. And the other two players are like, oh, okay, let's go talk to the mysterious guy. What Peter Holmes' character does is he says, yeah, I don't want to go near that guy. He approaches the bar and and asks for the menu. And everyone's acting like, what are you doing? Like, and the DM is like, yeah, okay. It's like, the barmaid approaches you and DM says, how's her body? The DM actually rolls and says, it's good. And the whole, and for example, no one's following, Pete Holmes is the only one going against like the route the DM's trying to get everyone down. And what I loved is everyone in the comment section of that video was saying, Pete Holmes is playing it correctly. He's the only one actually trying to RP as his character and stuff like that. And I loved it. The whole comment section was filled with people saying like, yeah, he should have a little bit of fun in the environment first. Interact with things before jumping into the plot.
I think in my game, like the first thing, like you slightly did that, where you like, you went to the bar. I was like, oh, can I have, what was it? It was like, oh, can I have like a pink cosmopolitan or something?
I tried to order a cocktail.
No, you ordered like a pint of like pink cosmopolitan. You're like, it's like, oh, can I chug it? I think I made you roll like constitution check to see if you threw up or not.
Because I think I walked in with an ogre and I was trying to keep up with him because obviously he was fucking massive. I was like, I can keep up with him.
But then you're like, can I have a pink cosmopolitan in a pint glass?
My favourite moment of that is when shit started to get real. I set fire to that tavern. The other two players were still in there, and what my character did is he went to the front door and he tried to say, help, they're in here! But you made me roll a persuasion for that, and I absolutely failed.
Oh yeah, no, that was the thing, wasn't it? Because you tried to set... No, because there was a...
I set fire to this
by like smashing a load of like the lamps and candles to set fire to it. And then you woke up like, help!
They're in here!
I think you actually rolled like a 1. Like on D20, and the people was like, mate, we just saw you smash all these lanterns.
I just looked like an arsonist that shit at lying.
And then you ran back inside, and then they locked you in into the fucking tavern.
No, do you want to say what I did at the start of that campaign on the ship?
Yeah. So basically, this campaign I've been doing, the way I started it on. Like, the group is on, the party is on a sinking ship. Like, the ship's hit some rocks and it's sinking. So they have to, like, kind of be quick. I try to make it, like, kind of high high energy at the beginning. You know,
Get to lifeboats, all that thing.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. But what's your character's name? Dryden, yeah. Decided to rugby tackle a
random guy. Family man. He had like a wife and kids.
Dismember him. And then to get himself to shore, even though there are plenty of lifeboats around, he decided to use his arms to like swim there.
I severed the guy's arms and used them as oars to swim from the sea.
Which, now I think about it, is actually way less practical than just swimming by yourself.
Well, again, to be fair, he does have low intelligence.
Yeah.
It's all like that the square peg doesn't fit in the round hole. It does if you push hard enough. It's just brute strength wins, and you break it to get it in there.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I was just like, okay, well, he's gonna do this, so I was like, all right, I'll let him do it. Because a bit like, you know, like improvisation, you know, when you do improv, like you can't say no. Like if you say no, they just stops it. And I think like again with like D&D, it's like they're having fun, and then you know, even like they want to do it. You could, I suppose, you could say like, well, you can try that, I guess.
Thing is, unlike some people that genuinely go out of the way to ruin a campaign, I'm never trying to genuinely fuck up everyone's fun. It's sort of like, for example, like when you throw a rock in a water and you just want to see the ripples it makes. Like sometimes I'm always being genuine in when I'm attempting this stuff. Like, okay, I actually want to do this because this sounds like a lot of fun and this could create a situation that could be really fun, sort of thing. I'm never trying to actually be a dick.
I mean, the thing is, like, your character's not a dick, but it's like, and again, it sort of works with like role players that like the other characters kind of have to like marshal him, to be, you know, to not do, you know, like stupid stuff that could get him killed. Your partner and my partner certainly have to put up with Dryden. Again, I set fire to the building and tried to blame it on them, unsuccessfully. And that's another rule I have, is that natural 20 does not necessarily mean you succeed. If it's impossible, it's impossible. Oh yeah, I want to run on water, roll a 20 for dexterity. I don't give a fuck, you're falling in the water. What I also like to do, because I like homebrew shit, it's having a natural 1 is what I like to call like catastrophic failure. So I think you actually did that. Where it's like you tried to swing an axe and you rolled a natural 1 to swing the axe at this guy, and then it just like flew out of your hands. Yeah. That's really good. Oh, that's a point. Shall we quickly explain dice and how they work in Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah. When your character wants to do an action in Dungeons and Dragons, you have to roll a die. There are many different dice for different situations. Some dice determine damage that your weapon does. Some dice determine whether or not you survive a situation. But there's one particular dice, and this is the 20-sided die. Or the D20. The D20. And when you want to perform an action, your DM will ask you to roll it. And depending on your proficiency in a skill like strength, dexterity... Yeah. Or acrobatics, that will determine your success. Yeah. So, for instance, just using Dryden as an example, Dryden's very strong, but he's really not very bright. So it's like he's good at breaking things, but like if someone tries to interact with him, he's a bit of a Wait, are you trying to say he's socially challenged? No, I think that's the nicest way I can say that. No, not so. Oh, socially challenged? No. I was going to say he's really fucking stupid. Put all the stats in strength, so I have no charisma at all. Every conversation with me is like a hostage negotiation. Hey, Dryden, I've got a donut left. Do you want it? Why are you asking me that? I mean, I think one of my one of my sort of prouder moments of DMing for you guys was when Dryden went or tried to go into like a brothel. Oh yeah. And he's like, oh, it's a brothel. He saw like it's like, oh, roll what's it not observation, fucking
Perception?
yeah, perception. Right? He's like, oh yeah, look, there's some like naked women in there. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. Walks in. It's like, I would like to, I like, because he thinks it's a brothel. I walked in, and then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna. Just kind of fuck it. I'm just like, this is not a brothel. This is an art gallery, and they're life models.
But the thing is, I tried to do an Uno reverse card there, and the guy that informed me that it was an art gallery, I tried to persuade him that I was the actual owner of it.
Which again, you did not do successfully.
I almost did. I convinced him at first, but then I pushed my luck and said some more bullshit, and then he caught me out.
You're like,
the first attempt he believed me on, and then I went too far.
That's good. I think it was also just because of like what your argument was just like, oh yes, I'm the owner, and I would like to see like the finance records.
Oh yeah,
and it's like
shit like that. I think I was gonna rob the place or something.
I want to see the finance records, and I just said, I was like, what's the owner's name? And you were like, what's the owner's name? And you were like, oh, it's my name. It's like, I think you rolled like a 2 or something like that. It's like, it's definitely not.
It's like that thing from The Simpsons when Homer goes into the post office and said, hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me. Okay, Mr. Burns, what's your first name? I don't know. Homer rolled a 1 on persuasion there. But the thing is, imagine if you put D&D statistics on like fictional characters. Homer put nothing into all of his stats and everything in luck.
To be fair, he does have
all of his stats, all of his points are in luck.
I think Homer's a barbarian because he's got rage.
Strength and luck and everything else. Lisa obviously is an intelligence fucking thing, but has no charisma. So she's got everything in intelligence, nothing in charisma. Yeah. So she can't. So she's a social outcast. And Bart put everything in charisma, nothing in intelligence and shit like that. And Maggie is absolutely fucking adamant on dexterity because we know she can shoot a man.
Yeah.
There was an episode where she had like a sniper rifle and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that was the one where like the mafia and the Yakuza come to the house.
Yeah, imagine like had a rifle or something like that. Like that's actually an interesting idea. Imagine putting D&D stats on like fictional characters and shit like that. Like, for example, let's say fucking not Batman. That's too boring. What's a fun fictional character you could make into a D&D character?
Oh, fucking Hagrid.
Okay, so he's a half giant. I'd say his alignment would probably be fucking.
Oh, it's
definitely
lawful good.
Lawful
no,
good?
Maybe he's chaotic good. He's definitely good though.
He's a bit of a dipshit when it comes to the rules though, because he uses magic when he's not supposed to, so he's a little bit chaotic.
Yeah, he's chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Yeah. Do you know? Here's a fun fact. It's not really about D&D, but about how the inspiration J.K. Rowling had for Hagrid was she met this Hell's Angel biker in like a bar.
He was really wholesome.
And then he started talking about his petunias, like his flowers, or whatever, and that's what inspired her.
I almost feel like that's bullshit.
Yeah, she said it was.
Yeah, but she also said she came up with the idea for Harry Potter in a dream on a train.
Well, she might have done.
Fair enough. Oh, looks good on a blurb, doesn't it? I don't know. Actually, a quick thing. Let us know down in the comments one of your favourite characters in fiction and try and put their personality as a D&D character. Let us know their stats, what they maximise in, like strength, dexterity, charisma, fucking... there's like 9 options. Yeah. Give me a little leeway here. Constitution and all that.
Yeah. I mean, I like...
You know Snape had no charisma.
No, he didn't.
Oh, but he had a I don't know, maybe his robes gave him a +10 in diction. Because Expelliarmus!
For persuasion. Not so much for charisma, but for persuasion for sure. Yeah, fucking managed to persuade Voldemort that he was fucking,
Voldemort's definitely a warlock class. Eldritch Blast! That's Avada Kedavra, an Eldritch Blast.
What does that make Harry? Some sort of fucking cantrip fucking guy that just uses the same thing every other.
Oh, Harry's probably a fucking cleric or something. Chosen one, benevolent powers of bullshit. If you choose a a quick thing, because there's a lot of stereotypes with character classes, and there's so many things. But if you choose a cleric, you're just a fucking shill.
I mean, I am.
Most DMs won't let players be clerics because they're too overpowered.
You know what I like is that, and I didn't know this. So like, my first like D&D character was a human rogue, which sounds kind of boring, but
not boring.
I didn't realise that like generally rogues are supposed to be like edgy and broody and shit.
Oh, their backstories. Yeah,
I didn't realise that. So I made my rogue like kind of like a pirate in a way. Like
that's great.
Yeah, but like I only realised afterwards. I only found out afterwards that loads of rogues are, oh yeah, my parents are dead and I'm seeking blah blah blah. I was cast out as a child. I was like, oh, mine's not like that.
I grew up on the streets and had to steal to.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I apologise. Holy shit, Aladdin's a rogue.
Yeah, it's like that's the sort of rogue that I wanted to make.
Oh shit, Disney characters as D&D. Imagine a D&D Disney campaign. Disney and Dragons.
Disney and Dragons.
Dungeons and Disney. Holy shit.
Oh, mate, fucking Elsa, I would 100% use her.
Oh, I don't know, Belle, because she's like she'd be a ranger because she has beast mastery. Give me a fucking award for that one, please. Oh, come on.
Elsa, mate, I'll be Elsa. Oh, fuck, can you imagine like a Bellatrix Lestrange fucking D&D character? I'd fucking play that.
God.
Actually, no, do you know what? Actually, no, I wouldn't. Luna Lovegood. I would play like a Luna Lovegood character, like a witch. What? 100%.
What? She's a bit of an intentional weirdo. What would she...
No, she's not an intentional weirdo. She's just weird, is the thing. Like, she doesn't try to be weird. She just is weird. And also doesn't give a shit about whether like people think that she's weird or not.
I'm sensing a trend of blondes here. Elsa, Luna...
I mean, Let It Go is an absolute banger.
Oh, no one doubts that. Did you? What's the other one? Into the Unknown was pretty funny. I loved all the memes that came about it because the song is sung in the movie at like a night time. So the idea, like Into the Unknown, like shut up, it's 3 a.m. Yeah. All the other citizens of Ariandel with your queen singing at 3 a.m.
You know that what's it? You know America, the motion picture. That's a fucking D&D group right there. And there's that bit as well. There's that bit as well where George Washington's like screaming, and this guy opens the window. He's like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Oh, absolutely! Like, to be honest, Sam Adams is.
They literally have a night.
Sam Adams is Dryden, just a fucking belligerent, fucking murderous, violent idiot. Fucking Thomas Edison was obviously either the caster or something like
the mage.
Yeah.
No, I would 100% like play like a character that's like Luna Lovegood. I think that'd be fucking fun. That'd be good. Again, because like I like being a rogue because I don't like fighting all the time. Like I do like character interaction, like talking.
That's what I like about D&D, the role play aspect.
Yeah,
of it.
I like that more than like. I mean, obviously it's great to have a good brawl every now and then, but like sometimes I like to like talk to like characters and shit. Like that's what I like to do, which is why I kind of play less kind of characters that can't like sort of tank as many hits. All right, because I like to sort of be a bit more kind of snide. Do you know what I mean? One
of my favourite things to do, and it's a very imperial attitude. I'll explain what I mean by that. For example, this happened in a campaign, and I can't remember if it was you or your partner that was DMing. Basically, the group came upon these this group came upon these tree people, and my character was speaking. I said, "Great evil tree people, it is wonderful you could overcome your malevolence to barter with us in this way," pretending to be diplomatic, and the trees are getting pissed off at being called evil. And I turned to the group, guys, they're getting hostile here. I'm trying to parlay with them and they're getting angry. it's sort of like,
again, that like
twisting the thing here, trying to be like, I've come to you evil people in peace. And I'll always remember that interaction where I'm clearly instigating it, but under the guise of negotiation.
I mean it didn't work though.
I can't remember what happened.
It didn't work. We got attacked.
Yeah, didn't they turn out to be sirens or something like that? Or?
No, they were just trees. Like, well, sort of, not Ents, but whatever tree.
Yeah, we
tree
killed
people.
them all.
or whatever. Like I like to talk to characters like friendly, and then only then, like if they are dicks, then it's like, okay, well you guys are dicks, but I won't be like, oh, sup fuckers, like you ugly fucking bastard. I am here to treat peacefully with you.
Thing is, I would hate to be in a D&D group where everyone was acting normally. Like, everyone goes up, they buy some equipment from the fucking shopkeep, and then they're like, okay, let's just go on the quest. It's like, let's let's
like,
do a bit of dipshittery.
I think one thing that's kind of universally hated in D&D, unless of course you're playing that particular game, is like the murder hobo, where they're just like, oh yeah, let's just kill everyone.
I do love that phrase, murder hobos. No, I agree. Obviously, walk into town, kill everyone.
Yeah, it's like, let's just kill it. It was like, well, it's like, if you want to play a game like that, that's like cool. Like, if everyone's cool with it, but like, I feel like if there's like some people that really want to role play it, but then like there's just the one person that's just like, you know, smash and stuff like that ruin. Like, I feel like violence always ruins role play. And I like to think as well,
I know my characters tend to be a little murder happy. Like, for example, when we first ever started playing, and me and
we had no fucking idea.
I won't say her name, but we robbed a bank in this small little town we were in, and I can't imagine your partner was the DM, and that must have thrown so many monkey wrenches into the machine.
I suppose also like consequences and shit. Like I feel that, like, say like someone insulted. Like, say, like, there was an NPC that, like, insulted a character. It's like, I guess, I know it's, like, role-player stuff, but, like, saying, like, I'm going to cave his face in with an axe because he called me a knob. It's like, well, that's, like, not really proportionate.
Did it become a meme in our group how my characters just always went into a door by fucking breaking it down? Trident destroyer of doors and shit like that.
Yeah, and I think also, like, you stuck an axe in someone and you could pull it out.
Yeah!
Like,
or our most amazing moments ever, at least for me at least. My character convinced a troop of soldiers to follow me in persuasion. We went into this building, the DM said, there's a monster in there! So what my character did was, he ran out of the building, closed it behind him, leaving the soldiers in there.
I adopted one of the survivors called Scary Mike. I
just abandoned those soldiers in there, closed the door behind me, and buggered off.
I think my best moment in that campaign was that, like, my rogue character got so to start with, my rogue character bought a baby crocodile that was apparently
Snodge.
Snodge, a baby crocodile that I called Snodge. That was kind of like not, you know, it was a bit. He was a bit slow, basically. So, he used to carry around in his bag, and anyway, there was sort of further down the road, my character got seduced by like these women that were actually, I think they were like. They looked like they were sort of like sirens or whatever, and I was about to die, and I was like, I'm going to release Snodge, and so through this baby crocodile, and this Snodge actually saved my. I think Snodge has become sort of like a part of the group.
Oh yeah, the memes we made about Snodge.
Yeah, I've got this little baby crocodile called Snodge, and I've got quite attached to him, like to the point where I think I've actually like thrown you under the bus because it was like, oh, Snodge is in danger, so I've like run away.
Yeah, there was one time I was not there for a campaign and everyone fucking carried on without me. Like, my character was in a coma or whatever, and they were just abusing me left and right. Like, I'd arrived for the next campaign. Oh, by the way, Dylan, turns out your leg's broken and you're cursed and you've got no, your arsehole's been sewn shut and shit like that.
I mean, nothing really happened to you. I think the worst thing that happened to you is that we used your head as a battering ram. To, like,
the start of that sentence doesn't really coincide with the end of it.
The sentiment was you'd been like chopping down doors, and we were like, okay, this is what you would have wanted.
Well, he's got no brain cells to lose, I guess, has he?
Yeah, no, and I think it's like little bits like that in D&D that sort of make it like fun. Like, you know, it is making your own fun essentially. You know, because like with like talking about like railroading, where it's like, oh, you have to go this one way, and I think kind of making the players create their own fun, and then you have, like, we're talking about like these stories that we're looking forward we're looking forward. God damn it, looking back. Very funny. And I'm sure like you guys that are into D&D probably have some great like stories.
Please let us know down below.
Please let us know.
I love reading.
Yeah.
I read, like I said before in that YouTube video, I scrolled down and I read stories of D&D campaigns for like an hour. Honestly, it sounds sad. I was in a YouTube comment section for an hour, but I love reading them.
Cool. And it's been around since like the 1980s. And here's another fun fact.
You ever seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie with Jeremy Irons?
I haven't.
It's got Jeremy Irons and I think Marlon Wayans.
Wait, Jeremy Irons?
Yeah, he plays an evil wizard that has a staff trying to control dragons and he hams it up. He hams it up as an evil wizard, Jeremy Irons. I fucking promise you.
God, I have to watch that.
Yes,
so is he like Scar, basically?
No, he's even more silly. There's like even a moment when there's a giant battle of dragons and let the blood rain from the sky.
I would 100% do it.
Please watch it.
I'd love to make a D&D movie. That'd be fucking sick. But like a D&D movie, but it's like
I've got the gear.
As D&D like actually is like completely just fucking chaotic and shit. For the most part, I don't really know.
Holy shit! How good would like a Dungeons and Dragons Netflix series be?
Yeah, it'd be fucking sick. I'd do that.
No plot, no evil conspiracy, no blah 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 blah. Just these group of people.
Oh, do you know what we should fucking do? Have like a D&D game, all right? Play a D&D game campaign. That's the film plot, and then make the film. I'd fucking do that.
So there's like someone in the corner just taking notes of how the campaign's playing out, and then that's translated into film.
So like get all the actors together, right?
Oh, okay.
Play the game, play the D&D
Henry
campaign.
Cavill was going to want to get in on this.
So play it. Play it, and then it's like, okay, so that was that's how it worked out. Let's go make that fucking film.
Oh, here's a fun little tangent. Name your favourite actor you'd have in this and tell me what you think their character would be.
Oh, fuck.
They're like race, class. Like, for example, Henry Cavill would probably be like a human warrior, maybe, or something. Yeah. Or maybe be like an orc barbarian, or maybe an orc monk or something like.
Oh, that's a good fucking question.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would have? Okay, can I only name one? Or...
No, let's have some fun with this. Let's name a few.
Okay, should we do three?
Okay.
Let's do 3 each. Okay. We'll alternate. So like, I'll say one, you say one.
Okay.
Okay. So my first one is kind of like a bit strange. And I guess it would have to be voice acted, but I have a grung just because I kind of like grung. For those of you who don't know, grung, they're like sort of frog people. They're about 3 foot tall and they're frogs.
Yes. Your partner has a character rolling as one of those
grung.
right now. Very well endowed.
I like how grung look. All right. So it'd probably be a voice, I guess, because it would be CGI definitely, and I'd probably make it like, would it be male or female? No. Okay, I'd have a grung, so a 3 foot tall frog person.
Who's the celebrity?
The celebrity is going to be Tom Hardy, but like with a really deep voice.
Okay,
so have like
what
a
class?
tiny little frog. Oh, it would be a grung. Rogue. Grung rogue. Yeah, grung.
Tom Hardy as a grung rogue.
Grung rogue. So yeah, trying to make like a bit of coin, a bit, kind of sneaky and what. Yeah, that's what I'd have.
Quick thing, is he, for example, like dual wielding daggers, or is he a rogue archer?
Oh, daggers, because he's a rogue.
Okay.
He's a rogue.
Some rogues are like archers.
Yeah, but I think
I know that's more of a hunter thing.
Yeah, but like sort of like the hidden knife.
Okay.
Stab. Yeah,
so
that's
like an assassin.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. But like
I believe that's a specialisation of rogues, isn't it? Assassin.
They have they have some like cool kind of stuff. Like when you level up, they do.
Oh yeah. We're not going to go into that. That's a fucking.
I've actually got like a human rogue model.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
I'm going to start with my celebrity, Maggie Smith.
Oh. Okay.
And I want her.
I'm eager to know.
I want her to be a male orc warlock.
You want Maggie Smith to be a male orc warlock?
Yes!
That is the weirdest thing I ever heard. I'm into it.
Absolutely. Male or warlock. And the thing is, she's really into it. Like, for example, like, because obviously they say, like, warlock just spam Eldritch Blast. And things like that. But the thing is, I don't know why, but her alignment is going to be, like, good lawful. Because Maggie Smith is a lovely woman sort of thing, and so I want Maggie Smith to be a good lawful orc male warlock. So a really wholesome warlock.
Oh man, that was.
Maggie Smith to be rolling that character of this warlock that's pretty much like, oh, this woman is struggling to... for example, she's hung her laundry out to dry. Oh, but it's raining. So she channels her evil warlock powers to, like, summon up, for example, like, summon up a fucking... What do they call them? Like, fucking minions of hell. What do they fucking call them?
The warlocks are demons? I don't know. I was thinking of Warhammer 40k.
A sprite or something like that.
Yeah, like a familiar or some shit.
Familiar, thank you. To conjure up a familiar to help dry this peasant's clothes on the washing line. I could so see her doing that. And that's what's amazing about D&D. You can have shit like that. You can have the most generically evil looking person that is the most amazing thing. Okay, you'll go.
Well, the thing is, I was kind of going to say something similar. I was going to say, like, have someone like, you know, Roy McCann who plays the Hound in Game of Thrones. I was like, have someone like him who's like really big, but then he's like really pious, and just and just like, you know, sort of like, it was like, oh, like, I'd like to have a character. So he's like, oh no, like when everyone's in it's like, oh no, guys, we must have like this. We must resolve this peacefully, right? Peace is the right way. But then the moment he gets like fucked with, he's the guy that will like snap someone's neck, like someone like that. I'd probably make. I guess I'd make him a bit like a paladin, like he's kind of righteous, and stuff like that. And he tries to do as best he can, but like, you know, sometimes you just gotta fucking kick some ass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like when it's pushed over the edge, like schwacks down like 6 guys.
If I have to pick someone that's maybe tied to their demeanour, I'm going to go with, what's her name? The actress that plays Daenerys.
Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke, she is going to be a Dragonborn, of course.
Of course.
She has got to be a Dragonborn mage or something like that.
Yeah.
Like some sort of like, and she's specialised in fire magic.
Oh yeah.
That would be a specification. I guess she would also be like, for example, like I said with Dryden earlier, where she'd be a sort of like chaotic good. So she means the best, but does these horrific things. Oh, my friend's head just got cut off and shit like that. I'm going to just burn down King's Landing. This is an evil kingdom, so I'm going to kill innocent people to punish the evil kingdom. That's something a good chaotic would do.
It was like that meme I sent you. You know, it's like, I have a message for the people of King's Landing. You can all suck it. I would have naturally Karen Gillan for my third. But I would make her like a halfling fighter. So it's like she's really small but like really aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, like really small and aggressive.
Given this is an actress you're infatuated with, this is an interesting.
Oh no, Karen Gillan's taller than me.
Is this why? So this make her in a halfling, and that will maybe think you now have a chance. Or something.
No, Karen Gillan definitely same.
Wait, how tall is Karen Gillan?
5'9".
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know.
Good for her.
Yeah, I know. Actually, do you know what? Fuck! No, I switch it around.
Wait, wasn't Matt Smith taller than her? How tall is Matt Smith?
I have no idea.
I swear, as a doctor.
I don't know. I don't research Matt Smith on Google. I'd have Karen Gillan actually.
Okay.
Not a halfling though. Karen Gillan, but she'd be like probably a ranger. I think maybe a ranger, like
interesting.
Deal with like, like wildlife animals, good at tracking.
Oh, so that you can ply her in sexy leather armor.
Well, I mean, I'm not in the film. I'm just direct.
As a hunter, so she'll have sexy light armor, like leather sort of. Is she a male or female character?
Female.
Female,
Karen.
of course. Hey, I have Maggie Smith as a male orc.
Yeah, but that's you. No, but I'd have her dressed like a bit like the Rangers in Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean?
I know exactly
Probably
what you mean.
Because I feel like there's like, because again, filmmaking wise, practicality is a big thing.
Come on, you don't want to see Maggie Smith's voice out of this big buff orc.
Oh no, I want to see that more than like the fact that you brought that up makes me want to see it like more than ever. But like practicality wise, like, you know, you got to have like some, you know, like actually like good armor and shit.
And just to say fuck you to the Lord of the Rings fans, I'm going to have Ian McKellen...
Are you going to say fuck you to Lord of the Rings fans? Oh
no,
God, we're going to die.
I'm going to have Ian McKellen as a gnome female warrior. No, sorry, gnome female barbarian.
You know, you could just make Ian McKellen an NPC and then that would be a real thing.
I'm doing like the complete opposite of Gandalf. So she's going to be... It's going to be a female gnome barbarian. That's going to be Ian McKellen. And instead of being the lovely, wholesome Gandalf, it's going to be evil, chaotic.
Oh, would you have like a dragon?
Absolute bastard.
I'd have a dragon, but voiced. I'd put a dragon in the film, but voiced by like Mark Addy.
What about Benedict? Oh wait, no, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he's already been Smaug. Yeah, but I'd have it like I'd have like a big magnificent dragon, but it's voiced by Mark Addy, or like someone with like a deep northern sort of voice.
Or Bill Bailey.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Bill Bailey. That'd be fucking funny.
There we go, Dragon Bill Bailey. So we've got. I think that's enough. We've got a group now. Maggie Smith.
But like a big like a big magnificent dragon with like a deep northern voice, like wake up is like like wakes up in front of the bar. Like, fuck.
So. Obviously, if this is a movie, it can have a narrator, and that narrator will be the DM. Who would you have as the DM? It's going to be the narrator for the film, sort of thing.
Ooh. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Can I name more than one?
I've got a few options, so you go cool. As well.
So the first one, it's kind of a bit of a throwaway. But Ian McKellen.
Okay, fair enough.
A bit of a throwaway though.
You think he's got a narratory voice? I thought you were going to name Stephen Fry.
I think he does. Well, fucking read my mind, Stephen Fry. Because I love the Harry Potter book.
Yeah, that's why I thought you'd name him.
And
well, I just pictured the voice.
My third one actually, I think might be like Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh,
I think she'd be a good narrator. Yeah, I think she'd be a good.
Could
narrator.
Be fun.
Yeah.
How do you think she'd play it, sort of thing? Would she be whimsical and mystical, like, oh, and so the great hero?
Yeah, I reckon she would, and I think that'd be sort of in the vein of D&D, kind of what people think it is. Yeah.
I like to think like she plays it off like Mrs. Lovett, has this sort of sarky, sort of sarcastic.
I think she'd be
fun
good
with it.
I think she'd be. Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, and here come the heroes in the fucking village acting like plonkers and right cunts or something like that.
The thing is that I'd put that as like narration.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, would it be adult? I'd like to think I could make it a 15. You know, so like it's like, oh, and here come the heroes with their fucking donkey that they bought for. Yeah, I think that'd be like funny.
Yeah,
I'd make it funny but same like adult at the same time.
So
you know
like,
what I mean,
sort of like Deadpool.
So like, yeah, exactly, like gratuitous violence but also comedy.
Yes,
because that's basically what D&D is, isn't
that
it?
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, this is definitely not a fucking kids film. No way, Jose. Yeah. I'm not saying we're going to have like Witcher level or like Lord of the Rings level nudity. I don't think they'll
Lord of the Rings level nudity?
Sorry, I meant to say like Witcher Game of Thrones level nudity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it will probably be like Lord of the Rings.
Though. It'd be implied. Like it'd be like someone like sort of like
Maggie like Smith getting a knob
before like the nudity is actually shown. Yeah, I think it'd be like
we can throw in.
It'd be kind of cheeky, bit naughty, and also and again like for people that
no boobs or vag, but we'll throw in a bum.
Yeah,
I think bums are the least offensive level of nudity. Like boobs are like really
weird.
Like...
It's like because everyone has an arse, but not everyone has tits.
I feel like people are less offended by a bum. That's why you see it so much in like animation films. Like if they show like someone's pants gets ripped off, you see nothing but you see an arse.
Yeah.
Like I think bum is the least offensive amount of nudity.
It's because everyone has an arse, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Not everyone.
Like not everyone has a cock, and not everyone has fucking tits.
Yeah. Everyone has a bum.
Or a vagina.
A bum. Farts come out of there. Ha 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 ha. But it has to be a nice bum. That's my stipulation.
Well,
No one wants to see a sad bum.
No.
That's your takeaway from this.
No, unless it's in funny context.
Okay, yeah, like maybe like I don't know, Shrek's bum or something.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen Shrek's bum? I'm amazed that we haven't.
We must have. Have we not? I don't know.
Actually, I don't think there's ever been nudity in Shrek. Plenty of toilet humour, but never nudity.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. Five films? I think Puss in Boots counts, so 6 films.
Puss in Boots is an origin story.
It's in the verse.
It's in the universe, but it's an origin story. And none of the Shrek characters are in it apart from Puss in Boots. It's actually really good. Do you know what? Puss in Boots is a fucking quality film. I love Puss in Boots. I'll rewatch that film any day.
I won't lie, I watched...
Again, it's like a D&D thing. Like the fucking,
speaking of I watched Shrek Forever, the one with Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, Shrek Forever After, yeah.
Zach
Galifianakis.
I watched that, and then years later, when I met my partner, I watched this TV series called Once Upon a Time. And there's this actor that plays Rumpelstiltskin.
Zach Galifianakis.
I'm not sure who the actor was that played it.
That might be wrong.
But he was fucking amazing. Rumpelstiltskin in that film was this dark mage, referred to as the Dark One. And his performance was the most enjoyable thing you'd ever seen put to screen. It's like, you always enjoy a scene with him in it, sort of thing. It was like... So that made me think, fuck you, Shrek Forever, for portraying Rumpelstiltskin as this little fucking dwarf ginger twat. It's actually...
Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah.
Shrek Forever. Oh my god, 2010? Fuck me, that film is...
But in the TV series, which again is almost like a D&D campaign, because it's like all these fairy tales, similar to Shrek, but they've been played in like a modern setting. It's so hard to explain. I won't explain it. But it's really amazing. But the actor that played him did such a fantastic job. I do an impression of him, but because my character... Because my...
No, it's not. It's a guy called... Wait, what? This is weird.
Because my partner loves the series so much, she says my impression's really bad. Even though it's good, she's not listening. It's a good impression. But yeah, his performance of it is so great. And again, that's a lot like a D&D campaign as well. And I think on a last tidbit, because we're getting close to the end here, D&D does not... Please never think D&D, I don't want to get into...
It's a guy called Walt Dawn.
Probably.
And he actually
kind
of looks a lot like Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, holy shit, is that from Shrek?
Yeah, Shrek Forever After, yeah.
Quickly,
Oh, fuck me. No, Zach Galifianakis plays Humpty Dumpty and Puss in Boots. That's... God, I'm a fucking idiot.
I was about to say, those are really far apart. Like, I'm not even giving you any leeway there. But I want to quickly point out...
I was thinking of Puss in Boots.
Anyone that's thinking, I'd like to try...
In a film that's way better.
Anyone that's thinking, I'd like to try D&D, please do not think... Oh shit, I'm not really into the whole wizards and fucking mages and shit like that. And D&D does not have to be that. Rob here wants the D&D campaign based around Warhammer. D&D can be any sort of setting. If you want to do a D&D session in a fucking council estate, you can.
To be fair,
your class could be a hoodie with your specializations in fucking Stanley knives. Or something. Fuck.
To be fair. So there is Warhammer D&D, which I think is called Dark Heresy. That wasn't what we were playing. I basically made a homebrew campaign with Warhammer mechanics of 8th edition, but then also with like persuasion and D&D dice that I kind of made up on my own. That's what I did. But there is Warhammer D&D, which is called Dark Heresy. And again, there's even Game of Thrones D&D, but it's like different in the way that like there's very little magic and everything is very depressing.
Yeah, I feel you'd need the right DM for that.
Yeah,
you could easily get a DM that'd be bad at that.
Yeah, but like if you're into it, it's cool. And like there are actual D&D like just games that you can play. Like the Vampires Masquerade is, I think, probably one of the most famous ones.
There's another thing. You can have a D&D campaign that's supernatural based, like vampires, werewolves, all that sort of thing. Like D&D is the most least limiting game option out there.
There's so much creativity that you can do.
You could do like a fucking like Band of Brothers D&D. How cool would that be? Like you're a soldier, you and your platoon. That's the whole group are in World War II.
Yeah, there's Star Wars.
It's D-Day and shit like Star. Yeah, exactly.
Star Wars D&D. Like you're saying,
applicable to any genre.
Again, you were talking about like vampires, werewolves, D&D. Dylan has a book out on Kindle,
fuck's sake,
paperback and hardback on Amazon.
And Rob is also currently writing It is technically fiction, but it's historical fiction. Historical
alternative history.
I'd say that's historical fiction.
Well, it's not historical because it never actually happened.
Yeah, but it's based on events in history. It's based
in a place in history, yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I'm more talking about the idea, because I just like the idea of getting more people into D&D. I should have put this point in the start of the fucking video when people would have heard it. But like, you can apply D&D mechanics to almost any genre. Any genre and any medium of entertainment.
Yeah.
If you're really into the fucking, for whatever reason, Love Island, stop watching Love Island. Get some friends together, create a Love Island D&D session where you're each on the island, the DM is the fucking, I don't know, I've never watched Love Island, is the fucking announcer and shit like that.
Good. Love Island.
I'm just saying, like, I'd rather people get into the game than watch that shit. So if that's how you have to...
And again, I'm, like, one of the big things with D&D for me is that it's sort of, for me, it's 60% social, 40% actually playing the game.
I'd agree.
You know, like, playing the game, like that's fun, but I like being around my friends, and you know that's what I like the most about it, is being around my friends. And I think most people like. I mean, and again,
yeah, they're quite fond of you.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they tolerate me. And again, it doesn't even matter. You know, it's like I like it. I like the more social side of it. Some people like the more gameplay side of it, and I think it's what makes D&D very special.
The heinous banter we have.
It's like how much. And how many different experiences people can get from it. And
bit of context, our friendship group got bored of playing Cards Against Humanity because of how heinous our banter is. It's like, oh look, Maddie McCann being filled with semen.
Oh, weak.
Oh,
yeah, weak.
So turning to D&D was sort of inevitable for our banter as a friendship group to increase.
Yeah. And also we like doing that sort of stuff. Like we're all fucking nerdy and shit.
Oh yeah. Hoovians and fucking nerds and geeks and tweaks and perverts galore. Although I think only a small minority in our group are perverts. Present company included.
What the fuck is a tweak?
I think a tweak is a term for a crack addict.
Is it? Oh, I mean, we're not.
Or is that a form of a gay man? No, that's a twink.
That's a twink.
Twink, sorry.
Not 100% sure you're.
Apologies to our LGBTQ plus community listeners.
Well, I mean, I say at the end of it.
I think I got all the letters in there.
Well, I say at the end of it, it's like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between.
There you go. We're woke.
Yeah, no, we're tolerant. Yeah, so I think why D&D has. Oh shit! I was gonna say we went off that massive tangent about how D&D
what did we?
Fucking
you don't
started.
Say.
Was the dude that like. One of like the main guys that invented D&D. Basically, what happened was his wife, like he used to go off at night, and his wife used to think that he was like cheating on her and shit, right? So then one night she follows him to wherever he's going, knocks on the door, walks in, and then he sees him, and then she walks in, sees him and his mates like basically creating D&D. I was like, oh, you're not cheating on me, you're trying to make this game or whatever that you just happen to be fucking doing.
I like to think that's a majority of like men that disappear and women think they're cheating, and they're actually just chilling with the guys, having a few beers and just away,
probably chatting shit about
imagine
them,
like obviously cheaters do exist, but imagine like 70% of men that actually do look shady are actually doing shit like that and just trying to get away.
Yeah, no, we're fucking sure. Like the amount of times I've fucking like not texted someone back because I'm painting like a Warhammer model or some shit like that.
Well, imagine if we didn't have like nerdy, geeky partners.
What would you do?
Like are into our sort of thing. Like imagine we had partners that were into like fucking I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, and so we generally had to go somewhere like the fucking attic of a Games Workshop just to fucking do our nerdy shit.
Oh, bad. I mean, I wouldn't go to a Games Workshop though, but.
But again, bear in mind D&D you can apply to anything.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just like a sort of
creation.
It's basically what Sims is. It's like the Sims games
It's like
by
Sims,
EA.
but with like swords, dragons, wizards, magic.
But not just that, it can apply to anything. It's sort of like Sims, and if you want to, I don't know, if you're a fucking nut job, worthless, fucking unimaginative arsehole, you can have a D&D session that's based on you as a person in your own life doing whatever you want. Say you want to create a fantasy world where you can actually go into work and tell your boss to fuck off. That could be a D&D session.
If you grab a couple of mates that also want to do that, and that's fun, fucking do it. It'd be very niche, but you should like fucking do it. And that's a good thing. It's an escape.
Video games.
It's an escape.
Get your aggression and all your feelings of how much you hate your life and the entire world out into this.
And again, as like a Warhammer player, you know, like video games are really fun, but there's something about like rolling dice and you know, just getting away from it, or do you know what I mean?
I feel like we very rarely mentioned the technical aspects of Dungeons and Dragons in this episode.
Oh yeah, but it's I guess the spirit of it.
I think we've more than gotten across the spirit in that.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have just passed 1 hour. You've been listening to Laughing on a Prayer, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between. Until next time.
Laughing